Well, Farid Hafez is a lecturer at the University of Salzburg. Earlier, my colleague Andrea Sankey spoke to him about how Germany has started to address the issue.
Well, I would generally say, like, in the whole of the Western Hemisphere, Islamophobia has become the normal racism. Right, so it is a serious problem, and if we want to put it in numbers, actually the federal German state has for the first time also recognized that Islamophobia is a subcategory of hate crime statistics, and we have at least from the 1st of January until the last of September in 2017, the statistics that are available at the moment, more than 1,400 attacks on refugees who are, like, first and foremost identified with Muslims. We had more than at least 100 attacks on mosques in the calendar year of 2017. So I think these numbers also reveal that there is a problem.
And the numbers are apparently increasing. What really is behind the rise?
Well, I think there are numerous reasons for that. One of the reasons might be that definitely since Pegida, since the AfD, we have really a political force that really mobilizes all around this single issue of being against the foreigners, being against Muslims, being against people who came to Germany as refugees. So that is, I think, one of the main reasons. The other one is that Islamophobia and all of these forms of racism are part and parcel of the structure of the society, to some extent, more or less. To give you just one example, I mean, we had this very best-selling book in Germany by Thilo Sarrazin, arguing that Muslims are just like basically people who are dumb and stupid, and he was a social democrat, right? It was a best-selling book back a few years. So this tells us something about the society. It tells us how far widespread racism is and how much it is in what we call normally the mainstream.
I wish I could comment on that book. I haven't seen the text, however. But let me ask you this. Do you think the government and law enforcement is taking it seriously enough? Because there has also been an increase in complaints, and those complaining say that when they do approach law enforcement, that there seems to be this kind of indifference. Do you think that's also based in racism, or because they'd rather just believe this problem isn't actually happening?
Well, I think, I mean, a good step towards kind of trying to solve the problem is definitely that Islamophobia has finally become a subcategory of hate crime. So that is a sign that they are taking it serious, and they are not ignoring it, and they cannot ignore it anymore. So there are these signs, and there are also other signs, right? I mean, even if we say now everybody is crazy about the AfD, the right-wing populist party, becoming so strong in Germany, but we should not forget that all of these discourses, in a more subtle, in a more civilized manner, had been part and parcel of political discourse and the political landscape, but represented by other mainstream parties. So we have a structural problem in that sense.
Okay, just quickly, are you hopeful this can be reversed?
Well, I think as a political scientist, it's not really my job to say we have a fear for the future or a hope. But I think there is no other solution than trying to do something for a better society. So that is what everybody has to work towards.